Hey, Tony Gaston here, popping in for a quick chat. Now, very controversial topic. And listen, you could do what you want to do, okay? And I'm not here to argue with you. Or however you feel, that's how you feel. I'm just sharing this from a relationship coach's perspective who is coaching relationships every day and the feedback that I get, and I'm sharing this from a male perspective because today we got a lot of dating going on. We got a lot of dating going on, and with online dating, it is increasing the amount of dates that a person can have. And so what's happening is in this, it's kind of becoming like this smorgasbord. It's like this buffet out here, and everybody just dating. And what's happening today is we're in a time now where women can earn more than a man. When the rules of chivalry and all of those things were created, women could not earn more than a man. A lot of women couldn't even get a job, didn't even work. A lot of women couldn't vote. Women were suppressed. Today, women are rising up and things are changing. Women can earn. I have clients who earn millions of dollars a year and several other clients who earn six figures a year, meaning $100,000 up to $999,000. And I'm blown away. I just was talking to a client, God bless her soul. She's a single woman. And she putting down $165,000 cash, moolah doolah. Of course, clients are anonymous, so you don't know her from a can of paint. So I ain't telling nobody business. But that's testimony anyway. She putting down $165,000 cash, moolah doolah on her house, and she told me about this because she happy about it. And she buying a house herself for $655,000 by herself in her name. Now, that right there today, I have another client who earns over $200,000 a month. She is a single woman, meaning she is not married. And I don't think either of these women are 40 years old. Both of them are entrepreneurs. And I could go on down the list of clients earning six figures who are single women. And so today, it's a new kind of day. And here's the thing, is when you going into a relationship today as a woman, you want to come in and let the man know he is not needed, but he is wanted. So what I mean by not needed is when you come in and you needy and you don't establish yourself as an independent. And this is what a lot of times we forget, is that on the maturity continuum, you have dependent, independent, and then interdependent. So when you go on a date, on a first date, you are not interdependent with this man, nor are you a dependent of this man, nor are you codependent. So on the first date, the man should pay for the date. Listen to me now. Listen to me. The man should pay for the date, but the woman should offer to pay her half. The woman, this is what I would tell my daughter. The woman should offer to pay her half. Because what this does is it sends a message that says, I don't expect money from you. I don't expect you to pay my way, and you don't know me from Eve. You don't know me from a can of paint. It also says, I am not dating you for a meal, because it is a thing today. It is a whole thing that women is on these apps and getting to eat out every night. don't have no interest in this man. And these men that is 7 nights a week eating out, eating good. You hear me? And so now men know that. Men know that. So you could come in under the guise of chivalry and say, I am not opening my wallet. If you a man, pay for the date. That's what a man does. You could have complete innocent intentions. I don't want nothing from this man. I don't owe this man nothing. I don't feel like I'm going to have to repay him by getting on my back. You could have innocent intentions. But guess what? Because of the culture, because of society, because it's a whole thing that women are using men that they do not have any interest in for a free meal, now men are on the defense. Because there are men who are putting batteries in the back of these men and putting men at war with women. And because these men have countless women following them, it's telling the male listeners that he is right. Whoever these men that's doing this. The male listeners say, well, he must be telling the truth. This must be how women want you to talk to them and how women want you to treat them, because women keep listening and following these men who is rating them on a scale of 1 to 10, who talking down to them, who calling them ugly or unattractive or low value. Women keep listening to let a man, these men, which some of these men are single as a dollar bill. Some of these men do not have a successful marriage or a successful relationship. Some of these men like men. But women are allowing these type of men to tell them who they need to be and what they need to be doing. But then we'll come over here to a man who is in a perfect marriage, a happy marriage, 100% happy marriage. Me and my wife not arguing anything. My wife texting me right now. You know what she texting me? Topics for videos. I just left out the room, sitting in there, we watching TV together. Me and my wife don't fuss and fight and argue because we done learned. We done grew. We done matured. Middle of the day. Me and my wife having a good time in the middle of the day. Do you hear me? That's where my marriage at, and been married 14 years. And a man, and a honest man, and women will come over here and argue me down. But if I rate them a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10, they'll be calling in for more. But when I try to tell a lot of women stuff that's going to help you and benefit you, because I got sense, and because I'm playing fair, and because I'm not trying to play the game, because I don't need to play the game, because I'm happily married. So I don't need to degrade you and put you down and try to make you feel less than, make you feel insecure so you keep coming. So I just try to give you the game to empower you. And this what a lot of folks don't understand, and that's what the problem with our world today is. We can't recognize the real from the fake. We think the real is fake, and we think the fake is real. That's the world we live in. Social media age. So this what I'm trying to tell you. As a woman, when you offer to pay your half, it sends a message to this man that lets him know that you stand on your own 2 feet. And this is the thing that every woman says, that I see, not every woman, because a lot of women get what I'm saying. And some women have left in the comments, Tony, I did that. I offered to pay my half. And the gentleman said, wow, that means so much to me. But I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. And that's the next part of this. See, this is the difference. This is the thing. See, it's caveats and nuance. This right here is real relationship school now. This ain't just on here no talking head. Listen to me now. Follow me. Get your notebook. Get your notebook. I'm putting you on game now. Listen to me. And if you don't agree, do what you want to do. You don't have to argue with me about it in the comments, because you're not going to convince me otherwise, because I'm a man. I know how a man perceive this. I'm around men all day, every day. My finger on the pulse. I know how a man perceive it. This is what women say. So many women say, that's not smart Because if you offer to pay half, he gonna expect you to be 50-50 the rest of your life. For one, a real man not even gonna let you pay the half. He gonna say, hey, thank you, I got this. I invited you out on a date. So if I invite you out on the date and we courting, we not married, we ain't pooling our money. Like, you independent, I'm independent, I invited you out, this my treat. That's what that. But see, you get allowed to see that. When you offer to pay your half, you give him the opportunity to show you who he is. See, when you don't offer to pay nothing, he might be an old bitter, disgruntled man, and he not giving with a glad heart. He judging you. Oh, sorry, stinking free meal heifer. My grandma used to call everybody a heifer. That's his grandma used to call heifer too. That's what he's saying. Sorry, stinking. All you want to do is get a free meal. But he's thinking that. But he's like this. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, check please. Oh yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah. All right, got this. How much they call the tip tonight? Oh, okay. What's it? 20%? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do you one better, 25%. This how he doing it now. But what he thinking? Sorry, you was out last night at Olive Garden. I seen you. Stinking behind. All you want is a meal. Guess what? I got something for you. Sorry, stinking. You think you're a feminist? Okay, all right. You want some hypergamy? Okay, I got something for you. But he looking at you. Yeah, okay, yeah. I just love this place. You know, I love. But so you don't even know where his mindset at, because you coming in on date one want to be taken care of. You are independent. Let him know that you got your own. He ain't expecting nothing from you. And then let him show you who he is. Now he gonna show you. Now see, this the thing. If he don't pay for the whole bill, that don't mean that you should not accept date number 2. Because this also could be a man who says, I respect women's empowerment. And if she wants to pay her half, I'm not going to stop her or suppress her, or because I'm not trying to step on any toes, and I don't want to make her feel like she's not empowered and that her money is no good and that only the man money is good. He literally could have that mindset. So when you get to know him better, now that second date, that third date, you dating other men. You could go on other dates because your legs are closed. So if you go on a date with a man every night of the week, there's nothing wrong with that because your legs are closed. You're not sleeping with these men. These men is auditioning to be your husband. These men trying to show you that they worthy of your love. So it's okay to go on multiple dates. It's okay to date multiple people, meaning go on dates. When I say date, I don't mean exclusive relationship and you lying to the man and you in exclusive relationship with 3 different men and they all think they the only one. That's not what I'm saying. When I say date, I mean literally go out on a date, on a first date. And then the second date, third date is fine too with multiple men, because it take you time to see. And men doing the same thing. This is what men doing. A man ain't gonna just go on one date with you and then cut off every woman in his life unless he absolutely 100% know you his wife and he's a good man. That's the only way he gonna do that. But men doing the same thing. So understand this. I believe the man should pay the date. And not even just dating. Even now, me being married, even me not being married, and this is why I try to tell women. It ain't no, women say, well, if you pay half, he gonna be 50-50 the rest of his life. Listen, my wife paid $1,600 to publish my book. I was a grown boy and I was looking for a come up. I wanted to be a stay-at-home daddy. And my wife paid $1,600 to publish my first book. My wife bought me a pair of Air Force Ones, brand crispy new, for my first speaking engagement. She bought me an outfit. Moschine outfit. Moschine was expensive because it was hand painted. Every shirt wasn't original, so they said. And so, listen to me now. And so, my wife spent money on me. She spent money on me. When my Impala on 22s got stole, my wife bought me 1994 LS 400 Lexus for $6,000 or $6,500. She bought me that Lexus. It lasted me a whole good year. Rolled like a cloud. You see what I mean? This is what my wife did for me. Guess what today? Guess what? When my wife got pregnant, I sat her down. I was making $8.50 an hour, went up to $9.50 an hour. My wife is in, my son is 14. My wife have not worked a job in 14 years. That right there upends. That's what I'm telling you when you got you a good man. When you meet a good man, a real man, just because you offer to pay your half don't mean that he finna be splitting every bill down the middle. And let me tell you what I do for my wife. Because this is how men move. And I know other men do the same thing when they in the position to do it. And they not splitting it like, oh, okay, we 50-50 because she paid for a date one time. Because I paid for a date one time and she paid for a date one time. No. A real man, the man for you, your husband, he gonna want to take care of every single thing that he could take care of. My wife don't work no job. She work with me. And she get a paycheck. She get a paycheck every week. Every Friday she get a paycheck. You know what that paycheck is for? It's for whatever she want to do. She take care of her mama house, which is $1,700 a month. She pay that. And she take care of that's the only bill. She do that for her mama. That's the only bill. Ain't no other bills. So my wife, she may make $10,000 to $20,000 a month or more, and it's for her shopping. She can shop. So a lot of times, if you see her now, a lot of the stuff you still see on her Instagram, I buy that as a for nothing gift or a gift on a holiday or a birthday. But my wife, every dime she get every month is for her to spend. So now where your 50-50 at? This the same woman who I was living in her apartment. This the same woman who she was buying my clothes. She started my business. She got me off the ground. This the same woman. And so she helped me out. I was working full time. I went to work full time now. But she got more money than me because she was in college and she would get refund checks for $10,000 every semester. So she would get lump sums of money. Whereas I wasn't in school when I wrote my book. I had took that semester off. And so my wife blessed me. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. What that showed me though is, wow, she not a taker. Like she here and she want to see me win. And it wasn't no whole lot of money, but it was what she could afford to lose. It was what she could afford to give for this relationship. And even if it wouldn't have worked out, she never come to me and say, you owe me this. You owe me this. She ain't keep no tab. And so that's why I want you to understand, I noticed that. So when you take and you offer to pay your half on the first date, that man is gonna notice that. And he gonna say, wow, she different. Like she's not coming in feeling entitled. She's not coming in just expecting nothing. She's not assuming that she the only person in the world and that I just automatically was gonna pay. Like she giving me the opportunity to one up her and to show her, hey, you on a date with a real man. Now, I know you used to Pookie and Ray them, but hey, welcome to real manhood. This where it go down. So let's put your card up. I got this right here. You give him that opportunity to do that, but at the same time, you get all these brownie points, all these cool points, just for him seeing that you 1 out of 10. You ain't like 9 out of 10 in 2021, 2022, 2023. You 1 out of 10. And this the thing. It's a balance with it. Don't go overboard. And because I've seen this happen. And this the mistake. I've seen women offer to pay. The man say, no, I got it. And the woman make him put his card up, and she forced the issue to pay. You know what that means? Independent, but not mature enough to become interdependent. So what you have to be in a relationship is independent. In the beginning stage of a relationship is independent, but show the signs and the maturity of interdependence. So what that means is, when you offer to pay your half and he say, no, I got it, then you let him take care of it. And you let him be chivalrous. And listen, this the thing. What a lot of women don't understand today is him paying for a date does not make him a man. Because a pimp gonna pay for the date. A player is going to pay for the date. A man who actually let you pay your half when you offer to pay is actually a more authentic and real man. Could be a more authentic and real man than a man who pays for the whole date. Yes. Because listen, look at your mindset. Your mindset is trapped in what you were conditioned with when women had no rights. Women could not vote. Women were the weaker vessel in the Bible, but made literally the weaker vessel in life. No voting rights, no equal pay, no voice in the house, no voice in the church, no voice in the workplace. You see what I'm saying? So when men was paying for everything and doing everything, that wasn't even chivalry. That was oppression. So now we in a new day to where women that came up. A woman could get any degree she want to get any job she want to get. They considering women to coach all male sports teams now. There are women in the running for head coaching jobs in the NBA. You know, when I was working with the NBA team as the team life coach, our head coach was in the locker room. The coaching staff was in the locker room. This arena is a male arena. If they have a woman as a coach, they're going to have to create a women's locker room. You see what I mean? They may already have one, and she's going to be over there by herself. Because there's not going to be the whole staff is not women. So it's going to be a woman head coach. And in the office, our coach's office on my NBA team, that I was the team life coach, they was in the locker room. So when the coach walking from his office to the kitchen to get food from the chef, it's meat slanging. It's meat slanging. The kitchen is connected to the locker room in our arena, in the team that I was working for. So you see what I'm saying? They about to give that job, that head coaching job, to a woman. That's where the world at today. So today, you don't get no cool points when you go in there. Oh yeah, are you gonna pay for my dinner tonight? Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you for paying for dinner tonight. So masculine of you. I just love operating in my feminine because, just operating in my feminine is just like, I just get dinners paid for, and it's just so amazing. It's just because it's feminine. I just want to be a femininity expert. And this lady I listen to online, she's always talking about never ever pull your wallet out on a date because that is so disrespectful to the man. And so I just respect your manhood, I respect your masculinity, I respect your chivalry. So it's just that's why you didn't even see my wallet. I actually left my wallet at home. I just brought a license and stuck in my bra. And so it's just I respect your masculinity. That's all I want to say. You don't get no cool points for that. You don't get no cool points for that. They don't make you look. You don't look special. That ain't femininity. That ain't femininity. Femininity, what you want it to be. Femininity ain't about no dress. Femininity not about no heels. They ain't about that. If you want to wear Timberlands with some jeans, you still could be feminine. You still could be feminine. Because see, that's what you got to understand. A lot of people that are telling you about femininity, they got a Jezebel spirit. They describing a seducing Jezebel spirit. They're not describing femininity. They're describing how to seduce a man with money to take care of you. That's what they're trying to describe. They're not trying to describe women's empowerment. They're not trying to describe equal pay in the workplace. Because that's different. You can't even be hollering about equal pay and then want to keep your wallet closed. That don't even go together. The reason why the man wallet was open is because the woman wasn't making no money. So he had to pay for the date when all of this was created, because you ain't had no job. You around there with them people kids as a maid when all of this right here, standards that we living by, they're not standards, the preferences that we living by was created. You was a handmaid working with them people kids. You was smart, you was strong, you was beautiful. That's what you was doing. So of course the man finna pay for the date. You ain't got no money. But today we working on equal pay. We working on women making 6-7 figures. I talked to a young woman. I coached a young woman today. I can't remember how old she 27 years old. She made $90,000. Come on now. Ain't nothing wrong with her going to a date and say, oh, I got my half. And then him saying, oh no, I got it, put your card up. Or if she wanna pay. Now see, this is what I'm telling you now. This is what I'm telling you. If you don't believe in the message that offering, I didn't say pay, I say offering to pay your half. If you don't believe in the position that it puts you in the message that it sends to the man, if you don't believe what I'm telling you, then don't offer to pay. Because if you offer to pay and you don't believe what I'm telling you, then you playing a game. Don't play games, because that's how you get burnt. Don't play games. This is a mindset shift. This is a mindset shift that says, I am independent until I am interdependent. And in our dating conversation, I'm going to express to this man that I am independent, so I don't expect anything from him because he is not my husband. But that does not mean that I believe that we need to be halfsies and 50-50 for the rest of our life, especially if the woman is the one who is required to carry and birth the child. So you can't holler about 50-50 the rest of our life if the woman got to sit down with the child for X amount of years or X amount of months if she want to. And then it's like this right here. In your dating talks, this where you get to see if he took you paying your half or offering to pay your half, meaning you want to be 50-50 on bills the rest of y'all life, even if he earned way more than you, or even if he earned more than you. That mean that your money here, his money here, he makes 75,000, you make 50,000. Y'all rent is $1,500 and y'all both got to pay $750. And that he not gonna be willing to pick up more because he make more. In your dating conversation, this where this come out at. This might be around month 2, month 3, to where you really start to have these financial conversations. And so this where this stuff coming out at. So now here you are, you able to express this. You able to hear his mindset. So you got 3 whole months to see what you offering to pay your half. Or let's say you don't offer to pay your half. It's the same thing by not offering to pay your half and letting him pay for the date. And then on the next date that y'all at that same place, or not the next date, but when y'all come back to that same place, or you come to a date that the price is the same, the price is equivalent, it could be a little less, it could be 10% more, you offer to pay for that date. It's the same thing. So it don't necessarily mean that you just got to offer to pay for your half. And then this is the thing. Once you offer to pay your half on the first date, That's the introductory. This could be Ted Bundy. On the first date, this is also a protective space because you don't want to take nothing from Ted Bundy. Because Ted might feel a certain kind of way. It's men that feel like if they pay for that date, you finna come off something. And if you don't come off nothing, you finna get strong armed for it. Because that's the message that he perceived. You meeting these men on dating apps. You don't know who you sitting in front of. So while you going in there with your quote unquote femininity, feminist, or whatever kind of mindset you want to call it, and I'm not gonna open my wallet. Where you on there swiping right, swiping left. I don't know which way you got to swipe to somebody you like, because I don't do dating apps. But while you swiping this way and that way, you sitting there with Ted Bundy. And Ted believe that if a woman let him pay for the whole date, or if a woman, Ted got a rule that if this woman don't offer to pay her half, she finna get strong arm. And we don't know what that means. Cause you got men out here that's out here. Go to that bathroom. Yeah, you don't know who you dealing with. So that's also why I say offer to pay your half on the first date to let him know, listen here, playboy, this ain't romantic. This ain't about romanticism. This ain't about femininity. This a business transaction right now because I don't know you. You might be crazy. You might have little rules. You see what I'm saying? And so here go the thing. It's no man in America. No man in America. If you outside the country, then you need to listen to a coach in your country because I don't know your culture. So this ain't gonna go around the world. It ain't no man in America that's gonna be offended by a woman offering to pay her half. Ain't no man in America. Ain't no man in America. And if a man, now a man will come in the comments and say that he actually would be offended just for the sake of argument because he mad that I got a voice and he mad that I got a platform. That's how men will do. Trust me. That's how it is. That's what you will see. That's because men jealous, really jealous of other men who may be doing something or doing more or look or appear to have more. It'd be jealousy. But if a man being real with himself, I could go out and I ought to put me a hidden camera. And go out. Or I might just have me a camera and they could see their own camera and go out downtown and go up to men and say, hey, excuse me, sir, one question for you. Would you be offended on the first date if the woman offered to pay for her half of the date? Would that offend you? And listen to what I'm saying. Would it make you feel like less of a man if she offers to pay? Offer. I didn't say force you to put your wallet up and she chased the waiter down. I said if she offers to pay her half, would you be offended? I bet 99 out of 100 men, 90 out of 100 men will say, no, that wouldn't offend me at all. And then a lot of them will follow up and say, but I wouldn't expect her to pay and I wouldn't let her pay if I ask her out on a date. That's what a man's supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? So it's already still gonna work in your feministic favor if that's what if that's what you think femininity is, being paid, a date being paid for you. Cause let me tell you something. The man that's gonna drop something in your drink gonna pay for the date. The man that's gonna strong arm, he gonna pay for the date. The man that's finna be cheating on you and putting hands on you is going to pay for the date. See, this is why I try to help women understand that all of these little things that you done heard in a movie don't even make sense in real life. It don't even make sense. Don't no male want to be taken for granted and want to be, you want no woman that have a sense of entitlement, that feel like she is owed something because they going on a date. Because even if he asked to go on the date, it's still 50-50 on the date because the woman got to say yes. So that means the woman is saying, I want to go too. But it's customary for the man to initiate asking, because that is how it was created in society and by God, that the man finds a wife. So that's customary. But when the woman obliges, you're taking up 50% on this date because you're saying yes. So that's why you're not being carried to the table. You walking to the table. You see what I'm saying? Because you are willing and consensual on this date. So when you offer to pay your half, that is not finna be slapping him in the face. That's not finna flush your femininity down the toilet. None of that finna happen. But today, you gotta take a different approach, because see, when this stuff was when chivalry was created, they didn't have nothing to drop in no drink. They didn't have social media. They didn't have internet. They didn't have dating apps. They didn't have none of that. Women could not vote. Women could not get no decent paying job. Women did not have a voice. So when quote unquote chivalry was created, the woman was suppressed, oppressed, and depressed. Do you see what I'm telling you? You don't know now a woman from that time when chivalry was created that was happy with the conditions for women. So today, in this day and age right here and now, where a lot of women have become savages too, so the savage women is making it harder for the good women. Just like the savage men are making it harder for the good men. So when you go out, you have to, on that first date as a woman, you got to establish yourself as, I'm here with a genuine heart, with the hopes that you are here with a genuine heart. I'm not here with a sense of entitlement. I'm not here for a free meal. I'm not here for none of this here, what you think been going on with all the women you've been dating. I'm here to make a genuine, real connection. Don't need nothing from you but love, if we get that far. So let me let you know, I got my own, playboy. But now when we get together, life situations can require a woman to be out of work at a period of time. A woman to be down at a period of time. You might want to go get something done on your body. Your body, your choice. I'm not condoning it or condemning it. You want to go get you something. You got your lowercase a cup. You want to get you some C's, some D's. So guess what? You're going to be down for 6 to 8 weeks. So you're going to be out of work. If you didn't use your 2-week vacation, that's 4 weeks unpaid. So at this point, you went to do this your husband, he got to foot the bill. You get pregnant. You want to sit down. Your job stress you. You don't want to put that stress on that baby. So you sit down. You have a child. You want to be there the first 2 years, 3 years at home so you could be there because you don't trust daycares. The man got to foot the bill. All that is establishing dating. So that way you know and understand that this man who allowed you to pay your half don't have the mindset that a woman can't ever sit down for no reason and a woman got to be working non-stop all the time for the rest of their life. And that a woman, regardless of her pay, and even if he earned 2-3 times more, that the bill still gets split down the middle. This the conversations you have in dating. So now you understand the implications that he perceived when you offered to pay your half on the first date. Or even in dating, if he paid for a date and then you pay for a date. Now you get to see, the thing is, you evaluate the rest of this man's character. This ain't no one size fits all. This don't mean he trash if he let you pay for your half of the date. It don't mean he trash if he pay for a date and then you pay for a date at equivalent price points. That don't mean he trash. You evaluate everything else in the conversation where you listen to his mindset to see if he a male chauvinist, to see if he a bigot, to see if he racist, to see if he scarcity mindset, to see if he jealous, if he nasty. You see what I'm saying? This where you pick up the rest of that. So now you understand. And all you worrying about doing as a woman is establishing who you are in this here situation. You letting him know who you are and what you coming with. And that's how my wife was able to pay stuff for me and help me start my business, help me build my brand, help me get going. And now she don't have to lift a finger. She don't have to lift a finger. Do you hear me? And she is giving 6 figures a year and she don't have to lift a finger. And this meaning that she could just spend. And then even in addition to what she is giving, I still, for her birthday, may spend $25,000 to $40,000. Whatever the Lord allowed me to be able to have saved up in my queen fund for her. On top of, if she got paid $20,000 in the month of September, I still will spend whatever I can afford on gifts for her birthday. Now, how is that for your theory that just if a woman pay for anything in dating, the man gonna be 50-50 the rest of their life? Who told you that? A man did not tell you that. Ain't a real man did not tell you that. Who told you that? A woman who thinks she know it all? Who thinks she understand men? No, who told you that? That's not true at all. That's not true at all, in the least. And I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing that at this art. I'm not gonna open my purse. All right, go ahead then. Do what you do. All right, go ahead. Go right ahead. I'm out here. I'm outside. I'm in the trenches. I already know what's finna happen. I already know what's finna happen to you. You think you're entitled? Okay. All right. Think you got your dude, boy? Okay. He got somebody on the internet that's telling him that you a gold digger. That's telling him that you think you entitled. That's telling him that you get to set standards and say you want a man to be 6 foot tall, but he don't get to set no standards or no preferences and say he want a woman that weigh this much. He got these men on the internet putting the battery in his bag. So go on in there with your sense of entitlement, feeling like it's 1950 when you couldn't even get no job. And the man had to pay because he's the only one that was gainfully employed. So go on in there with the mindset. Listen to your grandma and watch what happened. He finna cook you up a recipe. You hear me? And he finna rake you through them coals. Why? Because he out for vengeance. But see, what the devil meant for evil, God will turn it into good. When Boaz met Ruth, what was Ruth doing? She was paying her way. She was working. She wasn't out there sitting on the coat. Well, see, what I wanted to do is just come sit down here, Boaz, because can I cross my leg real quick, Boaz? So give me 1 second, Boaz. So what I want to do, Boaz, is I want to bring my femininity down here to the field and just sit right here on the side of the field and just let the men bring me the wheat because I'm a woman. Ruth was in the field working. And Boaz seen her. And when she went to bend over to pick up some of that wheat, Boaz asked his right-hand man, who is that? With that grandma cooking on her hips, nah? And the man said, that's Ruth. She been out here working since you been gone. I'm glad you done made it back. Then Boaz called the boys around. Hey, listen, this woman out here, she willing to work. She independent. Look what I want you to do. Leave her some on the ground. Leave her some bundles on the ground that she could pick up. And just don't let her know that we doing that for her. That's what a real man gonna do. When he see that that a woman don't have this gimme, like my grandma used to tell my cousin, give me what got you here. Give me is what got you here. Meaning begging is what got you here. My grandma used to say that, give me what got you here. Give me what got you here. When a man see that a woman don't have a give me attitude, he wanna cater. He don't want no 50-50. He wanna cater. So then here go 10 of y'all with your man who you paid for the date or you went half, and then he expected you to be 50-50 for the rest of y'all life. You had a dog. He was cheating on you with it too. He gave you a side of cheating too. You had a dog. You didn't have no real man. And the reason why you end up with that is because you didn't evaluate the rest of the man. You just focus on money. You just focus on, oh, let me pay my hair to show I got money. You also was operating from the wrong place because you were trying to flex money. Instead of it being legitimate and from the right place, you were just doing it to flex, and he let it come back to bite you in your behind. That's why I say, if you don't believe what I'm telling you, don't do it, because then you playing games. Don't do it because I told it to you. Do it because when you listen to it, it makes sense. If it don't make sense, go on about your business. I don't want to argue with you. You're not finna convince me otherwise, because I'm a man. I know how a man gonna perceive it. So you're not finna convince me otherwise. So you ain't gotta argue with me. You can stay out my comment with your whole dissertation. Go start you a channel and teach on you give me attitude. The teach on keep your wallet in your purse attitude. Teach on that right there on your channel. Cause I ain't here to argue with you. What I'm here is to help protect you and prepare you for success, because I'm in the trenches with my finger on the pulse of how these men move in the day. And I'm here to tell you, this is a place of power. When you let this man know, I am independent. But when you offer to pay, after I offered to pay my half, and I'm speaking as if I was a woman now. I'm a man now. But I'm speaking for the one. When you offer to pay, thank you. Thank you so much. That means, wow, that's amazing. Thank you. And guess what? If you ain't satisfied with that, because you don't want him to get too comfortable, you don't want no handouts. If you want to offer to pay your half on the second and third date, it's fine. See, what it'll come to, if it's offending that man, if he feel like you too independent, a real man, the man for you, your husband. See, your husband got your language. He gonna speak it to you. He gonna say, hey, listen to me. I'm gonna tell you this one time, and I really don't want to have to keep repeating this. Listen to me. When I ask you out on a date, don't offer to pay for nothing, because I'm a real man, and real men pay. Let him tell you that. Let him tell you that. So now you know for sure what he bought. Now you know for sure. See, otherwise he could be paying, but you really don't know how he feel about it. He might be paying, just to make you think he a real man, because that's what you equate to manhood, is paying for a date, and he get you to drop your guards to get you on your back. He wear you out and then disappear. And all you got is a full stomach that the bill was paid by him to show for it. And he might leave you a little gift down there. You see what I'm saying? Come on now. It ain't just black and white, cut and dry. It's caveats and nuances. You hear me? It's caveats and nuances to this right here. So listen to what I'm telling you. Listen what I'm telling you now. Listen what I'm telling you. Offer to pay your half on your next first date and see if he cuss you out. See if he get up and walk away. And don't come on here lying, because God don't like ugliness. It's a hot place in HE hockey sticks for you if you come in the comments lying for the sake of argument. But I done seen women already put it in the comments, Tony, I did what you said do. And that man, he looked at me and he said, that has never happened. And I have so much respect for you for doing that, because so many women are just looking for a handout today. So many women just looking for a come up today. I'm not finna say I told you so, but I told you so, because it's coming from the horse's mouth. It coming from the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Like, men, we want gifts too. Men, we want to be appreciated too. Like, we just don't want to be out here no checkbook. No walking checkbook. We want to know that a woman want us too. We want to know we want it too. So when you offer to pay your half, it's like, wow, you want to be here. You ain't just come for no free meal. Like, you really want to be here, and you willing to come out your pocket to be here with me. So I mean something to you. That's how a real man gonna perceive that. But he gonna appreciate that gesture, and then he gonna say, okay, all right. He gonna pay for it. And then if he let you pay for your half, that still ain't the end of the world. Because now you get to talk to him. Now y'all talking, y'all building, you kind of get to see about that. That financial conversation come up. And then when you hear him explain, this is what you get to hear now. He gonna say, well, as far as like 3 weeks in, a month in, you say, hey, it's this huge debate online. Like, should a woman pay her half? Should a woman offer to pay her half? You know, I always offer to pay my half, and you let me pay my half. You know, what's your mindset around that? Ding, ding. There you go. This what you want to hear. Now, here go what the answer finna be. It's going to be one or two sides, okay? Side number one is going to be, well, I respect your independence. We're not married yet. And to me, that's empowering. To be able to afford your meal, that's empowering to me. I don't want nobody to be just paying for me. And I understand you're a woman, I'm a man, but I feel like gender roles is outdated. Like, as a man, I could cook, I could clean, I could change diapers. You know, I could do anything that the house requires of me, and I don't just look at it like a woman got to cook, a woman got to clean. You know, as a man, what if I have, you know, something happen to me and I fought, you know, something happened to me, and it's a season where you the breadwinner and you have to work. And then vice versa. What if it happened the other way? Like, I don't believe in gender roles in relationships. And so when you offer to pay your half, I respect that. And now when we married, we going into one account, one pool, and I'm going to take care of it. If you want to sit down with the kids, if you need to take off work, if your job stressing you, I'm going to take care of everything. Because that's my role in that season, and sometimes seasons change. And so that's my outlook on it. That's one side. All right, you got him. You got, that's your husband right there. That's the man you want. Now on that other side, you might hear, well, I believe that you ought to be 50-50. And honestly, I'm just tired of women taking advantage of men, and women need to grow up, and these women need to grow up, and they just women need to pay half, you know. And I really don't care if I make $75,000 and let's say a woman makes $35,000. If we're living in a house together and the bills is $1,500 a month, we're going $750. And if she can't afford $750, then she needs to get a second job. Now, or you get to hear that side of it. So now, when the financial conversation come up, because you got to have it, it's because you need to understand the financial mindset before you marry somebody. Now you get to see what side of the fence he on. Was he doing that because he didn't want to step on your toes and make you feel like you less than, or like you incapable, or like your money don't mean nothing, don't matter, and ain't worth nothing, and that only the man money matter, and the man, because the man pay, he own you, and because the man pay, he get to control you. You get to see if that's how he took that, or you get to see if he took it like, I respect you as a woman, as an earner, as an independent, and we on the way to being interdependent. You see what I'm saying? So this right here is deeper than we want to make it. It's deeper than just being plain cut and dry, because it's new stimulants in the experiment. Now we got social media. Now we got male chauvinists who got shows that's telling men that they run everything, they control everything, and women just looking for a come up, and women want more than they deserve. Now we have that in the game. Now we got dating apps in the game. Now we got, women getting degrees, women getting 6 and 7 figure jobs. So now we got a whole lot of new stuff that's been added in here that we didn't have in 1950, that we didn't have in 1970, 1980, 1990. You see what I'm saying? So now you can't just keep applying the same prescription to a new kind of diagnosis. You got to shift a couple things. You got to tweak and change a couple things in this here scientific experiment. so that you could get different results. And so now listen, if you got the time, try it both ways and see. If you got the time, try how you want to try it and see. But I'm already telling you. But you ain't gotta listen to me now. Ain't nobody just on somebody on the internet talking. You don't know what I'm talking about. Just on here wasting my breath talking an hour at a time for no reason. Hey, it's Tony Gas and God bless you. Finna go and get me some realization. God bless you. I got my old virtual reality thing I done bought. I'm finna get my little time on that thing. God bless you. We'll talk soon.